Good morning everybody, bit of an early start for us here, and we're just going to have a look at Bitcoin really and work out if there's anything that we can chart on this. Now I am expecting a downtrend. In fact, I've been expecting, not a downtrend, but a large correction. So I've been expecting that since Monday. So the reason, well, many reasons I've been saying that, but basically the money flow index is relatively high, but it's not overbought or anything, but it's quite high. It's not ready to do a massive move all the way up to 20,000 like a lot of people say it could. It could go to 17 and 17 and a half perhaps. That would be its top, absolute blow off top there, and it wouldn't be a good thing for it to do that, because if it did do that, there would be a relatively large correction. So what we're looking at now is what I think is a temporary top, and maybe to come down more significantly. So we've got several areas that it can come down to. Clearly we're looking at moving averages. The first area would be the 10 exponential moving average, which is bringing us today around about 15,500. So far we've been riding that quite significantly and pretty successfully all the way up. So I would say I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, and maybe we could look at bouncing from there. If that does break down, however, we would be looking at areas of around 14.5. So quite significant drops down if you're looking at it in terms of money. But as far as percents are concerned, it's not as bad as it sounds. So if we were to just come down here to the 10 exponential, that's only another 2.5% from where we are right now, all the way down to the 20 simple. That's 8%. Okay, sounds about right. And if that breaks down, then we're talking the green 50 exponential, and then finally if that breaks down, we're talking about the super trend line, which is about 19%. Anyway, neither of these are such a big deal. It's not as bad as it sounds. If we're above this trend line, the super trend line, which we've been up and beneath and up and beneath for about 3.5 years, it's a big deal. When we get rejected from it, it's quite nasty. When we get supported from it, it's very nice. And again, even on the corrections, even on the pullbacks from here all the way down from here to come down to test it, that's a really nice big bounce there. We'll just measure that one out just for fun. That would have been a 100% bounce just from that trend line. So what we're looking at here is the possibility that we do come down to test this trend line. We're in the early stages of a confirmed bull market now. Or not a bull market, we're clearly in a bull market, a bull run. There's an opportunity for a really big bull run, just like there was here. So the last time we broke above this trend line here, these don't look like much, but they are actually quite significant. Broke above it here, came back down to test it, all the way down to test it, all the way up. Everyone thinks we're going crazy, and we just think about what's happening here. We come back down to test that trend line. It's 30% retrace, and then what happens? That looks to me like about 230 or something like that move, 266. So being above that trend line is what it's all about, and we are currently still above it by about 18%, and as long as we are above it, then there's a good chance, every chance in fact, that we do carry on with these big moves up. Breaking down from there, however, is a very different story, but at the moment the sentiment is so high, I do not think we're going to be breaking down from that right now. But if we did break down from that, it would be significant, and actually I would actually go into perma bear mode. But that's just theory. At the moment we're above it, so we speak about this chart as a bull, not as a bear. We break down beneath it, we talk about bearish moves, shorts and shorts and keep shorting and selling, and it could be quite nasty, but we're above it, so let's not even entertain the fact that could be something that would happen. But it's all about this trend line, and that trend line again is just a simple line, but it's highly relevant when you look at it on this chart, which is, like I say, very old now. So rejections, supports, and rejections as supports, rejection, supports, rejections, and rejections recently, and now supports. And even just recently, when we look at what happened on it, when we broke above it, we weren't even too sure what was likely to happen. We broke above it, tested it the next day, all the way up, tested it there, and then that was it. The 10 exponential took us all the way where we needed to go. So it's like I say, it's a matter of working out, are these moving averages breaking down, and if they are breaking down, then yeah, the likelihood is we will come down to test this trend line, and it's still all okay for the bull market. Anyway, I'll leave it with you there, and yeah, have a nice day. Take it easy.